See what?
Alright guys. I got a surprise for you guys.
Oh jeez. Sit down.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Dale, I'm sure you probably want to sit too.
You may want to sit down.
I'm gonna.
I've been working on something for the last couple months.
Oh god.
And trying to think of ways after 36 years, how can we become more efficient? How can we stay out ahead of our competition? Because that's the biggest thing. Get out in front of the competition and stay ahead of them.
Stay out in front.
I'd say shooting.
Think about
So,
words.
I've been thinking about it, researching it, trying to think, what can we do here at the company to really do something different to keep us ahead of our competition. This could be potentially the next big thing here at Stewcare. So with Senior's help, I want to kind of show you guys what we're going to be working on over the winter, and it'll be in the spring when we bring it out. So I need your help if you wouldn't mind.
What do you do?
Just help me uncover it. Alright guys, let me know when you're ready, Dad.
I'm close. Hold on. Okay. You gonna pull it that way then?
We'll pull it towards them.
Okay.
Alright guys, this is going to be the next big thing at Stewcare. Now bear with me on this one. No, listen, this is all legit.
How's Walmart looking now?
We are going to form the Stewcare Lawn Dog Racing Team. We are going to take this mower during our off season, and we are going to convert it into a racing lawnmower. It's going to be a promo tool if we go to trade shows, if we do parades in Delaware,
Fair.
the fair, and we may even enter it into the races at the Delaware County Fair.
Wheelies during the parade.
So we're all going to work together on it. We're all going to put feed back into it, pick our brains, and we're going to soup it up.
What kind is it? A Craftsman?
No.
Oh,
Husky.
Don't say it, thank God.
It's got a
Husky.
It's got a 21 horsepower V-twin Briggs.
I'll tell you what, Huskies are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple guys.
So aren't Labradors.
Easily we can achieve somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 60 miles an hour on that thing. So that's what we're going to do. So welcome to the next big thing at Stewcare.
We're going to paint it and everything. We're going to
Paint it up,
strip it out,
logo it out,
just like a chopper. We're going to start from the bottom
fabricate
up.
if we have to, modify what we have to,
Put a header on it. We're going to have it
custom
done.
exhaust. It's going to
Here's
be
one.
the Stewcare Lawn Dog Racing Team teardown. We're going to start in on this tractor that we got and just get it torn down to the bare frame, get it ready, and see what we need to clean up and get ready to swap out for making this into a racing lawnmower for the company. I think the first step to do is going to be taking off the mower deck.
Come over here. Put your fingers.
Alright, so now that we got the mower deck off, like I say, we're going to go ahead and start taking off all the end covers, strip it down to the bare frame, and get it ready and see what exactly needs to be fixed, replaced, repaired, and we're going to turn this into a lean, mean racing machine.
And there's that mighty V2.
Holy crap. Alrighty. Watch your step.
Please hold the handrail. Just set on the floor by the hood. transmission initially and just change
Which
pulleys.
I don't know that we're going to do that. I'm leaning towards a right angle gearbox.
Yeah. And where does that go?
We mount it about right here, because what it'll do is it'll put a shaft down below with a pulley to connect into these belts down here. So when you push the pedal, that pulley gets caught up in that, and then it translates it to a right angle gearbox with a shaft with a sprocket that then goes back to the rear axle.
What, with a chain?
With a chain sprocket like a motorcycle. May have to put a wheelie bar on it, I don't know.
And, this, and what do you call our version of the steak?
The stew.
The stew. When the stew gets on it,
The stew's got to be safe.
He's safety conscious.
Yeah. You ask, we answer. It's time for some viewer mail. Robert writes, after having to do an ice melt salt run last night, I thought of a question for you and your company. I see where you plow and perform salt runs. Do you spread product on the sidewalks of your customers or just the parking lots? If so, what do you think is the best way to spread? I currently use just a walk-behind spreader since I am able to control the amount of material and where it is thrown. We will be investing in a larger spreader for our truck in the future. What type do you guys currently use, and how easy is it to operate and dependability? That's a great question, Robert. I really appreciate you writing in. At this time, we do not currently offer ice control or any sort of like salt application, ice melt application to our customers' sidewalks. We just currently offer the bulk salt application for their parking lots. We are looking in the future to offer that to our customers, but at this time we do not. As far as what would be the best way to put it down on the sidewalks, Robert, you say you're using a walk-behind spreader. That's probably, you know, short of maybe using something that's motorized, like a Permagreen Magnum spreader, or something that something that is motorized and has a bigger hopper capacity and has an engine to where you're not actually pushing the spreader, you're kind of riding it. Short of that, I really think, honestly, a walk-behind spreader is probably your best bet, just because you can, like you stated, control the amount of product and where exactly the product goes down. As far as our ice control for our customers, we use a Meyer Polyhawk spreader. You can see it behind me. That's our second V-Box spreader that we've had here at our company. We purchased ours back in 2007. We've had great success with it. We've run a lot of salt through it since 2007. We carry about 2 tons of product in the spreader at any time when we're out spreading salt on our lots. So in the 6+ years we've had this spreader, we've run a lot of salt through that. And you know how salt can be. It's very corrosive. It can be very hard on equipment. But this is a Polyhawk spreader, as you can see. I don't know if you can tell behind me. It's not a steel. It's not stainless steel. It's not, you know, aluminum. It is actually a poly spreader. So the corrosion factor is going to be minimized by that. Now, yes, the conveyor chain is, you know, a stainless conveyor chain track. But like I say, keeping that clean as much as possible during the season definitely has helped prolong the life of it. It's been very dependable and very reliable to us. We've had just a few minor issues when we first got it, and I think it was mainly really just in the setup. You know, a few things were out of alignment, a few little loose nuts and bolts, but you know, nothing major. You know, it's got a great Tecumseh engine on it. It's all controlled by a box inside of our cab of our truck, so we can basically leave our shop, one guy, fully loaded salt spreader, runs through all our lots in about an hour and a half time, and all our lots are done. We don't have to reload unless it's a really icy situation. Then we may have to reload. But we've been really happy with it. You know, bulk salt has been a very good product. It's very cost effective to us. We get about 60 tons delivered at the start of the winter. On average, that's usually enough to pace us through the winter. But we're having a very good winter right now here in Central Ohio. We've already run through about 40 tons of salt. So there's a very good possibility if the winter continues like it has been here, we may be getting more in that upwards of like 80 tons, which that's about the maximum I think we've ever used in one season. But highly recommend the V-Box spreaders if you have the ability, if you have the right type of vehicle that you can put one of those in. There's a lot of good brands out there on the market. We've been really happy with Meyer. We use their snow plows. We use their salt spreaders. We're real happy with them. They're very dependable, very reliable, and they always stand behind their product if you do encounter something that does go wrong, which it happens few and far between, but it can happen from time to time. But I really appreciate you writing in, Robert. Hopefully I was able to answer your questions the right way. Hopefully this will help you further grow your snow business and help you decide which avenue and which direction you want to pursue as far as equipment and services offered to your customers. If there's any of our fans out there that have any other questions, please feel free to write us, drop us an email at stewcare@gmail.com. We'll be happy to read your emails. We'll take the time to answer them, and maybe your question will be featured on the next segment of Viewer Mail. Keep putting those blades to snowflakes. I'm on my way to the shop right now. I'm getting ready to head in. We're going to load up our Grasshopper Drift Buster snow thrower and go start clearing some sidewalks away. We had Winter Storm Hercules came through yesterday, dropped about 3 inches on us, so we were putting the blades to snowflakes all day yesterday and all last night, getting all our lots and driveways clear. So now I'm heading into the shop to meet up with Daleski. We're going to get the covered wagon loaded up with the snow thrower, head out, clear some sidewalks. Shouldn't be too bad. That machine has no trouble cleaning the sidewalks off, that's for sure. The problem is we're dealing with well below 0 wind chills. I think when I looked at the clock this morning, it was showing like a -15 for the wind chill. So it's not going to be real warm out. Unfortunately, Santa Claus didn't put a cab enclosure for my Grasshopper snow thrower under my tree, but maybe we'll get that next year for Christmas. But until then, we're just going to do what we do best, put the blades to snowflakes. Shop working on the racing lawnmower. As you can see behind me, we've made quite an advancement in it. We've stripped as many of the parts off it that we know need to come off that we're not going to have to reuse later. But we're just trying to get it stripped down and figure out which direction we exactly want to go with it. Start consulting with some of our local racers in the area, pick their brain and see just exactly what we can get out of this. But we're hoping to get somewhere between 40 and 60 miles an hour on this thing. So we're just going to continue to strip it down and get it ready for paint and powder.
Bolt in.
Not yet.